Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So in this video, I'm just going to show what I've farmed over the last 10 days or so. So this is about a week and a half ago. Now if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. Also, I do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So of course, we're trying to farm some more treatises. You can see this is the one for AS Akane. And at this point, yes, I do have more than 5, and I can upgrade her. Now, the reason why I'm not is, even though she adds a lot to my fire DPS team, with the advent of Manifest Yuan and AS Garyu, she's not as integral in order to defeat some of the most toughest bosses in the game. Now, for those who don't realize it, don't forget that there are 2 robots in Nilva now. You just have to go to one of the buildings, and you can talk to the scientist to unlock it. And the first one on the right actually just trades in regular stat badges. Now the one on the left is from one of the newer updates and can trade in XP and Git badges that you may have farmed from Ruins of Rakyana or from the XP and Git dungeons. Now keep in mind that there is a 1 in 200 chance or 0.5% chance of obtaining a chant script, as well as very rare chances of getting luring shadow items or guiding light items. So very much worthwhile to grind down some of your, like that, nice! Very worthwhile for you to grind down some of those extra lower end badges that you don't require. Now keep in mind, for example, for the Git one, I think the top one is 15% additional bonus Git. For the XP one is 30% extra XP. And same with the stat badges. You're looking to keep the ones that are in the 20 range or higher. For myself, I always keep about 150 badges, just because by the time you start burning down some of your better ones, you're already in the high teens. And you can also see that I have been diligently grinding Antiquity Garulea dungeon. And the first example you saw earlier was a chant script from the Dragon God Swamp. And this one obviously is the room right before the boss in the funeral cavern. And I'm just going to switch out and see if any of the reward lines awards us with any Jadeite or any treatises. Now let me know in the comments below if you have gotten any Jadeites from the Antiquity Garulea dungeon. Now for myself, even in present Garulea dungeon, I believe I've only gotten a total of 1 from the reward line, and I believe I found 1 as a reward chest right before the boss. So these Jadeites are extremely difficult to find just raw. If you trade them in using Cat Emas, or obviously in Zami using some of those junks, you'll be able to obviously get the ones that they have allotted there. But in terms of overall, in terms of random drops, extremely rare. And of course this boss is weak to not only wind, but to magical attacks. I still do find that this boss is pretty easy to beat. However, I don't like that turn 2 confuse. Luckily, the turn 2 confuse only lasts for 1 turn, and as long as your team doesn't die from killing each other, your Dragon Assault and or Heavenly Dance will end the battle pretty quickly, especially with Garyu's Manifest Weapon Inferno. Alright, so let's see what we get in the 5 lines. I do have 360 light even with Garyu, and we get a High Priestess Treatise, which is very nice. I do think that I will have some uses for AS Mariel in the future. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend any chance on upgrading, or side grading I should say. And of course, extra Akane's treatises. Now, these aren't so bad now that the update 2.1 has come out, especially now that we can go for the upgraded VC Grasta. Keep in mind that you will need, in order to get the maximum Grasta for AS characters, you'll need 15 total. 5 to create 1, and you'll need 3 of those. And then you'll have to shred other ones to get the special crystals in order to merge 20 of the fragments, or is it 40, plus 1 of those some of those crystals. So pretty costly. So I'm hanging on to everything I have unless there's an immediate need to upgrade. And you can see another chant script just randomly in the ship graveyard, I believe, in Antiquity Garulea dungeon. I have found my luck recently in chant scripts have been more than amazing, and even though I don't have any use of it right now, they're always going to be a use in the future if I do need to side grade. bear in mind that with the advent of JP, AS Suzette will now be #1 wind DPS again, especially with her upcoming Manifest weapon. If you haven't, make sure you catch the Reddit feed on the discussion of her abilities with Manifest weapon, and I will say it puts OG Suzette to shame, even though I do have a partiality to liking OG Suzette, as I'm sure everyone here knows. And yes, that is another chant script right before the next room. I actually didn't notice that this was a 4th treasure for the number of runs, so it was kind of silly that I actually missed out on a couple of rewards before doing this. Finally, my 5th Sky Sprite Treatise for AS Runa. Again, with my Wind DPS team, there's no immediate need to upgrade those. Let me know in the comments below also if you have been upgrading or side grading any of your AS characters. Thanks for watching! We'll see you next time.